Hi guys, I'm Jamie. I'm a first year esports student at Staffordshire University's new Digital Institute, and I also happen to be a student communications ambassador, which is really the reason why I'm making this video today. So the purpose of today's video is to act as a bit of an introduction and a bit of a guide as to who I am, where I come from, and how on earth I ended up on this awesome course. So like I said, I'm Jamie. I'm 18, which means that I've come straight out of college, straight out of sixth form. Sounds a little bit like straight out of Compton, but I can promise you it isn't half as gangster or cool. At sixth form, I studied BTEC Science, Politics and Business, and I feel as if those subjects gave me, I don't think they gave me anything, but they helped me develop the skills which helped when it came to esports and esports writing, which I'll get onto in a little bit. So I studied sixth form in my hometown where I grew up, which is in the middle of nowhere in the countryside. So it's been a massive reality check, or a change in lifestyle, a change of pace moving to London from the countryside, because there's just so much more going on 24/7 than there is where I grew up. So that's been quite an interesting one, especially because at home I would do a little bit of the ironing and I'd do a little bit of the washing up, and that would predominantly be it. Whereas now that I moved into my own space in my own halls residence, which I'll get onto in a bit, it's been a massive learning curve, because I had to suddenly develop all these skills of how on earth to look after myself and be a responsible adult, which I haven't had to do in the past. So that's really cool. I think anyway that I've developed these skills to help me. But yeah, so I got on this course over, the way I like to see it anyway, is over an 18-month journey. So 18 months prior to when I enrolled this September, I decided that esports was for me. I wanted a career in esports, and that's what my heart was set on. So I reached out to around about 10 different UK organisations, I think it was 10 anyway, and I basically said, hi guys, I'm Jamie, I'm totally new to the scene, but I'd love to get some more skills and experience. Is there any way I could volunteer for you in an unpaid capacity to develop my skills? And I got a grand total of 0 replies to my email, which at first was a bit disheartening, but over time I realised that this is just the way it's going to be and I should just take the initiative myself. So that's exactly what I did, and I made my own esports blog, which was a really cool experience because it taught me how on earth to make a blog, and it meant that I got to interview some really cool people along the way, such as an esports photographer, an esports shoutcaster, and an esports team owner. Excel Esports is team owner actually, so it wasn't like a little bedroom organisation or something insignificant. I got to interview a really big player in UK esports, which was just amazing, especially going from a fan's perspective, where you sort of idolise these people and you look up to them, to then being able to talk to them and interview them in a semi-formal context. I really enjoyed that, and things basically snowballed from there. So after I produced my first blog series, all to do with Gfinity, the UK tournament organiser, who I'll mention later on, things really snowballed, and I started writing for a UK esports news website, and ironically called Esports News UK. And I also got to start writing for Excel Esports, the organisation whose founder I'd interviewed for my blog series. So it's sort of funny how that one worked out. And over there I was doing press releases, team announcements and guides all about League of Legends, which I really enjoyed. That again prepared me with some really good skills when it came to writing, which I'd never had to do, never had to learn or use before in school. So I really enjoyed that, and it was at that point, when I had been at Excel for a couple of months, that I decided, whilst I really valued the experience I've gained writing, I really want to get some hands-on experience in esports, working at the events, and get a feel for that. So I reached out to Gfinity, who of course my first blog series was all about, and I said, hi guys, I'm Jamie. Earlier this year I made this blog series all about you, and it was really well received. Is there any way I could come and do some work experience? And luckily enough for me, they sent over a job advertisement for a job they were hiring for, and they said, hi Jamie, if you apply here, we'll see what happens. So that's just what I did, and thankfully I managed to walk out with the job, and I've been there ever since, and that was just over a year ago, I believe, and I really value that experience. There's been an awful lot of high highs working at a multitude of different events for a bunch of different games at a couple of different venues. So I really value that. I think it's all those different bits of experience, whether it be the blogging, whether it be the writing, whether it be the hands-on experience, that has led me to this point of getting on the esports course, and also now being a student communication ambassador. I feel like the blogging that I did played a really vital role in how on earth I managed to get this role, as well as my place on the course. So I'm really thankful and really grateful for the whole thing, the whole shebang. And I'm just looking forward to making more content in the future for you guys at home, and to get really stuck in and started on the university course. So as I said, I feel like I've settled in quite well, whether it be in the halls of residence or at university. Speaking a bit more about the halls of residence, it's about a 30-minute walk from my university, so it's not far at all, and I can get a bus just right around the corner, which takes around about 10 minutes. So I feel like I'm in quite a nice place here as well, in Hackney, East London. And like I said, it's just a massive change from growing up in the countryside. It's almost like two completely different worlds. But as I said, I'm really enjoying it, and I feel like I've settled in. So I appreciate if you made it to this point in the video. Hopefully it served its purpose and provided you with a bit more information about who on earth I am. If you've got any recommendations about future content or any suggestions about how I can improve, feel free to drop them in the comments below, because I am very new to this, so I'm open all ears to any feedback possible. But yeah, thanks for getting to this point, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.